time is now 11 minutes past 10. We're now at the VG here now, Pet. So what I've done now, I put the roof up the full way. I put this half and half, except because there's lights shining on the top of the roof. Then I have to go now, Pet. Oh, I hate leaving my wee girl. Now you lie down there now and you get a wee rest. I have to go now to go to this show and all. You don't make me feel guilty and all of you. You need a good sleep. You've been all folded up, tummy's all folded up and all, isn't it? I've got the wee reading all on feet. Temperature here is just right. It's on the upper good, just right. Put down this back blind too. I want you see brightness coming in, okay, a bit of heat coming in. Sun's mostly up and high now, like. I'll see you later, Pet. You get a wee sleep and all. Look at my wee girl. You get a wee sleep, honey. So just go to sleep. You don't want to come back, she's always sleeping, like. Always creep up the car slowly. Look at my wee girl. Just missed the plane taking off. So I'll rush down here quick as I can now. It's in the cloud already. I'm going to come up here again. There's more to be seen up here, you know. Newton House Road there this morning. I didn't walk the whole thing. I'm around the crossing. Bicycles coming. I'm not going to tape all that's going down now. I'm just going to tape a wee bit of the show. I taped the other two shows a lot. Nobody's interested in us. There's not much views on YouTube. I'm only here because it's free. Like, if it wasn't free, I wouldn't do better else. But I'm not expecting much to show now. Brother's sister was at it, so it's mostly art, food. Apparently it's love your home and food show. I didn't see the food part. So they got a marquee on it beside, it's all food products. I just do chips and beans. So I'm not going to give much by the food part. What that tell boy?
Distance 5 miles.
Oh, I need to turn this thing off. It's not my watch.
4 minutes and 14 seconds. Split pace not moving.
So if I had to be scooter with me, I could have down that cycle lane there, but I need some way to get my handlebars to come off it would make it easier. So we'll start this wee video here now to get down to the bottom. Love your home show, love your food show. It's in one end, love your home show is in the other. Let's see what's here now. Behind the wall, cranes cute, isn't it? Very proper around Belfast. I think we were behind the wall. £95 we planted. Not very thick steel, like it's like a ton.
I'm going to do that because it's not over like this.
I tried the show was bad, you know, it's not as bad as I thought. I'd say I have this food like.
Yeah, just okay, I know. Hey, let me know what it is.
I ain't got a problem with here, but early. You go to near a stand, they're looking at you. A lot of these wee tables they'll share with all the wee beads and all that. And I'd made it dust, wouldn't it? I like that type of nice and bright stuff. Not so much a top one.
for me,
There's one of these theatres. That's the sustainable home theatre. See, I would never buy nothing like that. Sport, rotten dog was here. I never call it a dog. That's the how somebody buys somebody has a dog rather than a dog person by themselves. So there's a lot of art there. I like that type of art there. I think pictures like that is nice. It's really bright. So they're punch like. The Rookie TV, they do that in their menu.
Would you want to walk around? Or do you want to just...
That's probably where you buy it there for the frame. No prices on it.
Definitely Korean. But you know.
You'll not want to stand up. It's a comfy chair. Hey, take a look at it.
Hey, there's some nice pictures here. I don't have any pictures in my house. It's all pop photographs. You don't want to. I was doing live art in front of us here, boys. Huh? Public pictures. That's an idea. I'll look around, see any individual now, I'll tip it individually. Quite a lot of food stalls in there. Didn't find the food, not interested in food. Chips and beans does me. But look at the bulb of the steps over there for the film studios. You'd love to get a tour of the film studios, wouldn't you, like? You'd love to get a walk around the film studios. But Velux windows, sun tunnel. I might get a sun tunnel in the kitchen. They're £1,000. I wouldn't pay over £1,000. Save it up to £1,000. I've attempted, but they're gonna come down and give me a quote, like. At the end of the day, see, the thing I was looking. Do you see? I'll tell you what's wrong with being environmentally friendly. I'm gonna put a light tunnel on at £1,000, and it'll probably do me my lifetime. And then again, it might not do me my lifetime. In which case, it starts to leak, and I have to get somebody in to fix it. If I'm 75 years old and the mine's going, people say my mine's already gone. Who do I get to come out and check it, and what will it cost? It's probably £1,000 to get in, and it's probably £20,000 when I'm 75 years old and getting ripped off. Some of my managers get my bank details and rip me off. While if I went the other way, an LCD panel, an automatic light switch, are you giving this? Like, if you look at public buildings, what they do, if you go to Alton Galvin Hospital, they put a big light sculpture on the main entrance. The orange thing has cost thousands. And from the day that hospital opened and they flicked on the power switch, that light has never gone off. A light will have far more hours running 24 hours a day, even if the sun's shining on it and you don't see it. They would call it a piece of art rather than a light. Now you see, if I was to get an LCD panel, then flat panels, I'll install that in my kitchen, daylight white, and it used 30 watts, and I switched it on and left it on 24 hours a day until the day I retire, probably won't cost me £1,000. That's something I have to work out. But I wouldn't leave it on 24 hours a day. But you can put one of them automatic light switches on when you walk in the room, it goes on. But then I need that wee switch to fail. And electric lighting might be the way to still go, but I got a quote. I'll just get an electric light and I'll price the difference. So the electric light will be on all the time. As far every time I walk past the door, the light will go on even though I'm not in the kitchen. And what's it going to cost to run? But the thing about electric light, if it fails and you're 75, you can use a torch. And then what I'll do, I have put extra sockets in my kitchen high up above the units where you don't see them, and you can still have your regular light going into the kitchen working off the switch, and then the other light then, which will go on when you enter the room, will work from 13 amp socket. Independent, keep it separate, belts and braces, and then it should want to fail, you're not in pitch dark. I'm thinking future proofing here. But I couldn't get an actual price for a light tunnel on the internet, so this is Velux himself, and it looks quite nice. They don't have the plastic dome, they actually have a wee pane of glass on the roof line. So because they do Velux windows, it actually is a wee miniature Velux window, and then the light tunnel underneath. So it's a neat job, like, and it's been installed by proper men. But natural daylight can cheer you up, help stop depression and stuff like that. Well, I'll see, I get the quote. If it's over, if it's 1,100, nah. If it's 999, think about it. 600, bought tomorrow. But you know what they always do it? They put in plus VAT. Ah, VAT, yeah, that's where he puts it up. So So he said about not about the £900 mark plus VAT. That's going to put over 1,000. But I'm not desperate for it. Whenever the unit's in, I'll have a better idea where I want it. Units are not going in until July. Heading back down, my wee girl. A lot of art in that show. Do you know what? I don't have any pictures in my house. My house is full of photographs of all my wee dogs, them canvas prints. Do you see the art? I could be in the art, you know. I wouldn't be in the pictures, I could be in the art. See, people think I just criticise all this art and all I see standing about. I've got a wee interest in it. But I'm looking at what effort the art's put into it. I have a thing about jackets. I like coats. But when I get a coat, I'm dissecting that coat, looking how it's stitched together and all the rest, how much work's gone into it, half the lines match up and stuff. That's where I look at a jacket. Now, I always end up wearing a black jacket because it's the warmest. Need something practical as well. But I like to know there's a bit of engineering behind my jacket. It's just not a very fancy material with a badge stuck on that leaks. Need to be a bit of technology and all behind it. Yeah, I had a beautiful motorbike jacket years ago. The lines and all matched up and all. And that's all designer clothes, they would line up too. I'm not really interested in other clothes. I don't care what colour things are or nothing else, but I like to know how they're put together. So, Luna's at the other side of that crane there. If I could go through their yard, I'd be there now in 2 minutes. It'd be nice to see the crane moving. They actually are building a ship over there. They're supposed to be building a navy ship. That's like a wee bit away with too much time. They're not building on a Sunday out of it. Where to go and do a skydiving? Look at that, boys. If you want to do skydiving, Belfast the place to come, like. There's not much to see, is there? Bits of steel with tires on it. Ah, it takes ages to build a ship, doesn't it? And they got a big thing down at the bottom, don't know what that is. So, nobody's paying £10 to go to that show. It's, they've all got their print out and all the rest. But if you're into food, well, why not in the food hall? It's cram-packed, but that's all, I don't know. Price of food nowadays, who wants to go to a food fair? I don't get going to a food fair, I don't get it. Because just imagine you went there now and you got this sauce. Oh, it's the most beautiful sauce ever. You're not going to really get in Tesco, are you? You're going to be ripped off. You're better off not knowing what it tasted like to begin with than have something you really love and can't afford to buy or can't get a hold of. That's what I reckon. If you don't know about it, you're not going to miss it. That's not to say you can stock up on your supply. Another thing, oil share thing. I signed up to that. I get a wee text every Monday, and if you want to buy small quantities of oil, they go together and get other ones in your area and get the oil cheaper. The problem I have with oil, I don't burn a lot of oil, but I always want a full oil tank. I never want my tank empty. I always like to have my shelves full of food and stuff like that. Don't like emptiness. No point in having oil in the bank that devalues overnight. I like to have assets. I like physical stuff you can touch. But I need about 400 litres now. I need 500 litres before I get a reasonable price. I'm not going to burn much on between now and next winter, and then the price goes way up. So maybe their system of ordering small and sharing might work out. At the end of the day, if I get it cheaper, I'll get it. If I don't, I won't. But if I had 500 litres of oil to get, I'd have bought it by now. I'm not going to get 500 in that tank. And that's from last year, like. Other people are probably getting 2 tanks now. But I had about 100 litres of oil that I bought during the COVID at 25p a litre, sitting in jerry cans and all. I forgot about. So I probably have used 500 litres since last year. but I had to chuck that all 100 litres on. And I ordered it last year. I guessed I probably would hold it. I didn't hold it. And then whenever you order oil like 500 litres and it doesn't hold it, they charge you a higher price for the lower amount. Don't like that. That's the same as been ripped off like. So I'll see what text comes on Monday, what price they're giving in my area. Going to head on now to Hillsbank Park. Luna need to stretch your legs again. Like, I'm tired like. Oh, but Luna want to stretch your legs again. We'll go to this wee garden. It's King Charles, but I think they might call it what's the name? Coronation. I don't know if they use King Charles' name or it's just a coronation garden. Find out today if it was a King Charles III coronation garden or just coronation garden. And then for a time on the way home, while the wind's blowing out, no wind covering this GoPro. On the way home then, we'll stop off at Antrim if we've got time and see the Elizabeth garden for what was it, Platinum Jubilee. So the dogs are still dying down in Antrim with that water. So I need to keep Luna away from the water with the killer algae they have. It's been there for years, they've denied it year after year. There's nothing wrong with the water. And this year now it's been confirmed that there's the algae that's killing the dogs. The number of dogs have died in Antrim and people are saying it's the algae. Oh, it's not our algae. So I haven't been there because of that. For me to park in Antrim, I have to go down to Loughney, the car park in Loughney with a caravan. It's the only place I can get stopped in Antrim with a caravan. And then the first place you usually go then is over to the water. No, not now. Well, we're almost there now. If you see the leg of that crane, I'm beside that crane. Now the Ulster Scots Declaration of Independence, 20th of April to 24th of July, and PRONA, Public Record Office, Northern Ireland. Now, I'd like to get a wee look around the building, you know. So, anything on it isn't Ulster Scots. It's nice that we nosy around the architecture of the building, isn't it? Alongside them. I got a couple of freebies. How did you get all that? Yeah, how do you ask them, like, let me reflect the strips. You know, you reflect the strips that click around your arm. I only click around one around Luna somewhere, put on a harness or something like that. Not for joggers. But Luna does jog even too, so she does. And I spotted these first. Oh, look in their pocket. Wee radiator keys. You can never have too many radiator keys. But black's a bad colour for a radiator key. So that one there is a radiator, the black one. There's the end, that's the radiator, and that's your gas. I don't have any gas. There's a two, oh look, there's a wee magnet on it too, boys. You can keep it on the fridge, keep it on the radiator, or the cabinet. It's got a wee built-in magnet. Didn't notice that, look at that there, look. Look at that, boys. Not often you get something free from the houses like it, is it, like? They don't build houses no more, but they're doing radiator keys. But I didn't bother going around. There's not enough people there yet. I'm 2 in the morning. You go up to the stand, they get a sweet that punching on you. And I had just ate before I went down anyway, so I didn't need the sweeties. And you think with the food stalls next door, there wouldn't be as many ones pinching the sweets. No. If you want the sweet, you need to wait till the afternoon. There's a good wind blowing here, but it's quite warm wind. See what the caravan's like inside now when we get down. Ah, look. She sees me. I'm back, wee honey. Oh, look. No, stay. I'm coming in. Up. Oh, did you miss me, honey? Temperature's just right. Look at that, boys.